Hello, you are most welcome. I'm Teacher Ivan from Wuna Educational Services. Please don't forget to subscribe to our channels, that is Teacher Ivan's online class. We also have Wuna e-learning platform and the Wuna Kids platform where we post kindergarten work. We also have Facebook platforms. You search for Teacher Ivan's online class, Wuna e-learning platform, Wuna Kids platform, so that you catch up with learning materials. We normally post the lesson notes, topical revision questions, and we discuss. So please search for the platforms so that we make your learning easy and fun. Good. Let's continue. Today we are looking at numbers, and we shall look at the types of numbers and how we use these learned types of numbers to solve problems. Yes, we have a number of types of numbers. We also looked at these types in primary, and we shall add on what we shall look at in secondary. Now, in primary, we looked at the natural numbers, which are counting numbers starting from 1. That's say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So those are natural numbers. Then we also have whole numbers, which are counting numbers starting from 0. So when numbers start from 0, those are whole numbers. We also have integers, which are negative and positive counting numbers together with 0. So when we have a set including negatives, positives, and 0, that is a set of integers. We also have even numbers, which are counting numbers that are exactly divisible by 2. When I say exactly, it means that when you divide even numbers by 2, you get no remainder. Then we also have odd numbers. Odd numbers, these are numbers which when divided by 2 leave 1 as the remainder. Let's say if we look at a set of odd numbers, we have 1, 3, we have 5, 7, 9, 11, and so on. So that is a set of odd numbers. We also have prime numbers. So prime numbers, these are numbers that have only 2 factors. That's 1 and itself. For instance, if you look at your multiplication table, when do we get a 3? When do we get a 5? When do we get a 7? When do we get 11? You realize that these numbers are only obtained when you multiply the very numbers with 1. So such numbers are having only 2 factors, 1 and themselves, and those are prime numbers. So a prime number is a number with only 2 factors, that is to say 1 and itself. So if we look at a set of prime numbers, we shall have 3 as our first prime number. We have 5, we have 7, 9 cannot come because 9 has more than 2 factors. We can bring 11, 13, then we have 17, and so on. So those are prime numbers. Now you look at, in our set of prime numbers, we are not bringing 1. Why? Remember, we have defined prime numbers as numbers with only 2 factors, 1 and itself. And now when you look at 1 has only 1 factor, and such a number is termed as co-prime number. Okay, let's continue. We have another type of numbers, that is the composite numbers. Composite numbers. Now, with composite numbers, these are numbers with more than 2 factors. So we can literally say this is the opposite of prime numbers, because we've seen that prime numbers have only 2 factors. Then the composite numbers have more than 2. For instance, we have 4, 6, we have 8, we have 9, 10, 12, and so on. So those numbers with more than 2 factors are termed to as composite numbers. We also have square numbers. Square numbers are numbers that are obtained by multiplying a number by itself once. When we multiply a number by itself once, what we get is a square number. For instance, if we multiply 1 times 1, we get 1. 2 times 2, we get 4. Then 3 times 3, we get 9. 4 times 4, we get 16. So these numbers that we are getting after multiplying a number by itself once are what we call square numbers. We also have triangular numbers. Let us look at the triangular numbers. Now, the triangular numbers are the numbers that are arranged to give a triangular pattern. For instance, we have 1 plus 2, 1 plus 2 plus 3, 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4, 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5. You see, if you look at the shape we are bringing out, is a triangle. And now, our first triangular number is 1, the second is 3, the third is 6, then 10, 15, and so on. So these are what we call triangular numbers. Then we also have the cube numbers. We have the cube numbers. Cube numbers are numbers that are obtained after multiplying a number with itself twice. That is to say, we are multiplying 1 by itself 2 times. Then 2 can also be multiplied by itself 2 times, and 3. The same applies to 4. So the results that we shall get are what we call cube numbers. So these are the cube numbers. So those are some of the types of numbers that we must know. Now, after learning these types of numbers, how do we apply them? These are applied mostly in solving set problems. For instance, you'll be given a question which says, given that set A equals to the first 80 composite numbers. The first 8 composite numbers, and maybe set B equals to the first 80 triangular numbers. And the question is, find A intersection B. So, for you to solve such a question, you must know what composite numbers are and what triangular numbers are. That's how we apply the knowledge of knowing the types of numbers. That has been our lesson today. We meet next time. Otherwise, don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, and share with the colleagues. Thank you. Have a good day.